let's talk about the GOAT, Loki. Just jump over fucking Loki,
the
man.
God of Stories. Just go to it.
Because Torian, in the famous words of Torian, I shed thug tears. Tears. Laurel, man. Laurel, man. But you send my boy Loki out like this? This is what you do? Glorious purpose? What are we talking about, man? Come on. What are we talking about?
The way this show just came full circle in so many ways. I mean, this whole episode was just the whole season was just about a circle and the Ouroboros, like, you know, the snake eating its tail thing and coming back to the beginning and all that stuff. Like, I'm starting with Jonathan Majors because like I expected like some good stuff, but I didn't expect him to when Loki was like, do you ever fight back? And he's just like, hold on, click.
Yo,
like,
let me tell you something. When he kept replaying the fucking scene of Sylvie killing him,
oh, so
and then
good.
Finally, he stopped it and was like, "Oh, we've had this conversation before. Are you gonna stop her or no?" I was like, "This motherfucker!"
Yeah, this motherfucker.
He's playing
He knew
games.
the whole time.
I'm like, he's playing games.
Honestly,
He's like, yeah, you gonna do it? No, okay, then we'll just keep going. Here we go.
During all the repeat shit, my favorite part is when they're in the elevator again, and he like backs up and he's like, like I'm just like, this motherfucker. What a douche! What a douche!
He even goes as far as to make fun of himself because he's like, "Oh, I see you were dealing Victor timely." I'm like, Jesus Christ! Only this guy can make fun of himself.
And then he was like, "Oh, it's a scaling problem. Oh yeah, it's a scaling problem. No, it's
a scaling
not.
problem."
No,
yeah.
what he said was, "That's what he told you."
That's what he told you. It was a scaling problem. That's what he said. It was a scaling problem.
Oh man, it's like He Who Remains is like this fucking overarching genius, and you're just like, he just let everything happen because he knew what the fuck was coming already.
Right. And then he's just like
knew.
reincarnation, baby.
But you also realize that he realized that he didn't have power.
Mm-hmm.
He realized that
he took on the wrong person is what it was.
No, he just realized that he didn't have power because he needed a machine to control it. Loki doesn't.
Well, yeah.
Loki doesn't need no power. Loki needs himself.
But this wasn't part of his plan, though. See, he knew about all of this happening, but this wasn't this wasn't his plan.
He wants the war king.
He got. No, he doesn't.
Yes, he does.
He doesn't want that.
No, he acted like he didn't.
He acted like he wants it. That way, he comes back.
Wait, he wants what? I'm sorry.
He wants the war.
He wants the multiversal war. He wants.
He wants the multiversal war.
He wants the multiversal war. That way, he comes back into the story.
So then he knew that Loki in the end will become the God of Stories.
Because, and that's what I felt. He was when they were going through the constant cycle back and forth. He was trying to prompt Loki into this part. So it's like the only way that he can actually escape at the end of time is by having somebody else take its place. And the only person that he could find that would fit was Loki.
And you also got to realize that original timeline, the sacred timeline.
The sacred timeline, yeah.
He's a part of it. No matter what you do.
Well, I mean, listen, when you make a failsafe for the sacred timeline, you didn't just make that for nothing.
But the thing is that Loki can't. See, this is a spoiler. Well, the thing is that when Loki becomes the God of Stories, he literally becomes one of the Marvel's strongest
characters, right?
Characters ever.
100%.
Ever. Yeah.
But he gets his ass whooped too, so he's not the strongest.
Right.
In that scene, when he actually does become it, was so visually stunning. Like I was literally leaned into the screen. I was like, let me back up a little bit. But I was like literally leaned into it when he walked out, and then
his suit was changing,
and then his suit came on, and the horns came up, and he grabbed and he was grabbing the timelines and everything like that.
He was
like, I was like, wow, he literally became. I was like, he literally became one with time. And then I like how when he sat there on the throne and they turned it vertical, it was a tree.
Yep.
Right, like that. So he's literally the tree, like that Thor talked about in the first Thor movie.
Tree.
He is. Yep.
Everything.
Yep, I love that part. And then what he said when he walked out to the bridge to Sylvie and Mobius, he said that right before Thor let go of him in the first Thor movie, like
off the
yeah,
bridge.
like yeah, it was something cool like that. Like Tom Hiddleston, like really like full circle.
Did you know that Tom Hiddleston actually suggested they use that fucking line?
Fucking genius. Like
Tom Hiddleston was the one. He had an interview I watched after, and he said he went to the directors and said he wanted to say that line again from the first movie.
Do you also know that Chris Hemsworth in the second scene that Kevin Feige had him say that you are meant greater for this? You're meant for greater for this. Yeah. So would I say that Marvel plays chess, not checkers? And connectivity is what Marvel does.
That certainly is the everything. Long game. That is the long game. And this is what I'm saying. But you can't tell me here though, Leo.
No,
I agree with you. I get it. But you can't tell me back when Thor came out, they knew this is where Loki was going to be.
No, they didn't.
They knew
they did not.
They didn't.
No, they didn't. Could I answer the fucking question, or you guys just want to fucking just keep?
It sucks. It sucks when we're not allowed to talk.
No, it sucks when you're wrong. And you don't want to hear the right answer. Because I can show you the book right now where it does connect.
I'm listening.
And I can show you where he fucking connects when he's on that bridge and Thor is holding him and he says the same fucking line. Because Hemsworth saw the book and read the book and put it into the fucking movie. But do you want to hear that, or do you just want to keep going with the bullshit?
Yeah, go ahead.
No, but what I'm saying though is, go ahead. Do you think that they saw this specific storyline for Kang the Conqueror and Loki? Like they saw this specific way.
They saw this specific timeline for Loki.
Okay.
Because they had it after Thor Ragnarok.
I didn't know they had Kang at that point. Personally,
no, they didn't. They were working on something with Kang, with Jonathan. They were working with something with I think there was a not with Kang, but they were looking for the storyline of Kang, because that way when they were going to acquire X-Men and when they were going to acquire the Spider-Man and they started getting all the Spider-Man movies, they said, "Oh, our next big thing, what everybody wants, is Secret Wars." That's every fucking Marvel fucking character that you can imagine that everybody loves in one fucking movie. So as a Marvel, at my end game, it wouldn't be Thanos, Infinity War. My end game for Marvel to reboot my whole fucking universe will be Secret Wars. But you need Spider-Man, you need Fantastic Four, you need Doom, you need Moon Knight, you need all these characters to tell that story.
The only thing that
the problem is that you need fucking Ant-Man, but Ant-Man's fucking sucks. So it's you know what I mean? It's a toss-up because they don't have the rights to all their characters and to do it the way they want to do it. Because if they would have had the rights to Spider-Man would have been great from the jump. But Marvel lost money.
The only thing I could think though is that if Loki is really that pivotal and currently holding the timeline together, Tom Hiddleston really made it sound like in interviews like he's out. Now again, debatable. Look, maybe he's just taking a break. Whatever the case is, he seems like he's just out. Like that's just how.
You also got to remember it's his father too. He's taking his father's. He's taking the influence of his father, because Odin is old as shit.
Right. But he's dead in the MCU.
But he's infinite though. You know what? Yeah. You know how old Odin was when he died? He was like a fucking gazillion years. Eon's old when he died in the MCU. So it's like,
hey Kelly, welcome on in.
And it's also like when you get, love the picture, love that fucking picture. So you're also getting like, okay, you have this part, and let me see if I can make him as strong as Odin without Thor.
Okay.
And the storyline with Loki and the Asgard tales is just plainly that 1-17. You read that story when he becomes him sitting on the throne and him becoming the Tree of Life is literally issue 7 and issue 5. When he's sitting down in the middle of a blank screen with all the Loki stories around him. And in that issue, you get the Tree of Life, and you get him literally pulling the timelines together. And that's what I say, the connectivity with it. They had it when he actually had it from Infinity War when he snapped his neck.
That I could see. Now that I could see. The first Thor movie, I have trouble seeing, but
no, I said
I could see.
Thor Ragnarok, not the first one. Yeah, Thor Ragnarok. You can start seeing little tips of we're getting Hela right now. Why are we getting Hela? Because you need a big bad, and big bad you can tell the story that they've been telling in Thor is what's that story they said with the guy with the mask and the fire?
Surtur.
The Surtur, but that story behind it, the death of Asgard. What is it called?
Comics,
Ragnarok.
Man.
Isn't that Ragnarok?
Ragnarok. Yes, sorry, Ragnarok. So when they were talking about Ragnarok so much, and when Hela walked by and said, "Oh, that's a great imitation," she knew what she was telling you. She was looking at the what's the face box and said, "Okay, that's where it gets it from."
Interesting.
But that's the way it ties in the comics. But Marvel took it left.
They took it. Yeah, I was gonna say
they did take it left because to bring in Kang the way they did, it's a genius idea. This is really great.
I personally want to give I mean, he doesn't need them because he's obviously going to get them. Tom Hiddleston. I mean, arguably the best arc in Marvel, the MCU. 100%. I mean, I'll just say it. Arguably the best arc. I mean, unless you want to say Tony Stark, because of how it ended. You know what I'm saying? But outside of him, I mean, Cap. Maybe you can make a fucking argument for Cap, but I don't even think it.
Cap retired with some in-house, baby.
That's what I'm saying.
He retired with some
in-house. You fucked up for that.
That was it.
You fucked up for that.
Choose it.
But did he lie? Did he lie?
You didn't lie.
In fairness, I was going back for Captain Cannons as well.
I would do it. But I mean,
just my ass is going back too. See you later, y'all.
Big time.
Story arcs. He just retired. That's all that was.
He did. But
you can't. Iron Man, best stories,
bro. Yeah, Loki has probably the best fucking arc outside of Iron Man. You could argue semantics, but outside of Iron Man, bro, Loki, come on, man. How the fuck do you end it that way? And it's just and he says the same fucking line from the first. Everything came full circle. It's such a. How is he better than Thor in the MCU? I'm still mad about it.
Taika Waititi directed 2 movies.
Yeah,
that's
you do have,
and it's easy.
Do have a very good argument. You do have
bro.
A very good argument.
I mean, you can literally outside of Endgame though. Come on, give me a better arc for a character.
You do have a good argument. You do have a good argument.
It's literally that's 1A, 1B type
what
shit.
You mean you have a good argument? It is a great argument. You can't.
No, he has a good argument. He has a good argument because I could bring up with somebody else.
Who?
Tony.
Who?
I mean, shoot.
Who had a complete arc as these 2 characters have?
A complete arc?
In the MCU?
From damnation to redemption.
Yeah,
Cap.
True. Well, I was gonna say you can say Cap to an extent, but the way it went out,
it's he still ended a good guy. He started a good guy.
He was always a good guy.
So did Tony. Tony was a good guy.
No, he wasn't. He was a
hamburgers and bitches. What are you talking about?
It wasn't until he was near death that he had this awakening in himself. That he was
no, it's when he had a kid. When he had a kid. That's when he had an awakening in himself.
He was just an asshole in Avengers 1. That's all.
Sure was.
Until he put the fucking rocket back up there and was like, "Oh, see, I'm not selfish, bitch."
No, but you see, that wasn't even selfish right there for him. That wasn't even being unselfish. You know, I think I'll always say what he did in the end was what Cap said to him. You are not the guy to make the sacrifice play. You're not the dude. And then he was like,
and guess what? I'm that dude. Yeah,
exactly. And that's why I still give it to Tony. You know why I still give it to Tony? Because he told Cap the truth to his face.
He did.
Everything that you are great of was made in a fucking bottle by my father.
Yep, this is true.
But again, here's what I'm saying, right?
But still,
Tony Stark, Loki, it's right the fuck here.
It's there.
It's right.
Yeah, it's close. Yeah, it's close.
Right here, bro. Loki was a goddamn villain. He tried to take over Earth, bro, for Thanos, and he came back as the fucking. He's holding time together.
Wait. Try to take over Earth with Thanos.
With Thanos.
That's what he said.
I said that.
No, he said without.
No, I said with.
Before Thanos.
Yeah.
No, but it was with Thanos.
Yeah, it was with Thanos. I agree. Yeah.
Because he needed his army because he wasn't going to do it by himself.
No,
you saw what the Hulk did to his ass.
Of course. Puny
One of the
God.
best scenes in the goddamn movie.
Puny God, baby. Yeah, I mean, and that's my last thoughts on it, man. I mean, like, honestly, Loki season 2 peak Marvel. I'm so glad we got it now. Because that, and I mean, like I said, the season for me started slow once Jonathan Majors got on the screen, picked up, and then you hit me with that ending. I'm like, all right, cool, I'm good. And then, like, you know, gonna hit us with an Echo trailer that hit us out of nowhere. Looks pretty good. Like, okay,
But they're gonna
Marvel.
this is gonna tie into a lot.
All right, Marvel. It's gonna tie into a lot.
With this Loki,
there's people saying now he's really going to be behind Secret Wars, and I'm like, I don't know about all that, but because I don't know if he's going to be out or not.
If they wanted to use him as like a Watcher character, they could.
Character type, yeah.
No, but Watcher's way stronger than him.
Way stronger.
Yeah. I'm just saying if they wanted to use him
time.
like that, they could.
he's like in a universe beyond time. He's literally sitting behind Loki's chair, looking at Loki what he's doing. That's the great thing.
I'd actually really want to see him. Yeah,
I would.
That's the great thing about What If.
Ultron, though.
Huh? What happened?
He did get his ass whipped by Ultron, though.
He did. All I keep thinking about in the first season was him getting his little bobblehead knocked around by Ultron. When he saw him, all I saw was.
You also got to realize Ultron killed everybody in everybody in every universe.
When he sliced Thanos in half, I was like,
oh my god! When I saw that, I was like, holy shit!
Loki has a better arc, but Iron Man is the better character. Interesting. That's not a take. It's not a.
Yeah, it's not a bad take. Iron Man's been around longer, has better stories, and they didn't even touch the top of his stories, dude.
Don't forget, Tom Hiddleston tried out for Thor, and we got him as Loki, bro.
It's hysterical.
And then he came all this full circle.
That's called divine intervention.
That is divine intervention.
Because
glorious fucking purpose.
I don't know if you could cast a better Loki. Just.